Hello there my fellow Guardians, how's it going? This is Mario here bringing you guys another Destiny video. Today I'll be going over the Warlock class and everything we know so far. I'll be going over the Warlock's role in the lore of Destiny, as well as their subclasses and class specific loot. If you want to check out my Titan and Hunter videos, I'll leave a link in the description to those. So let's get right into things. The Warlock is one of the 3 classes available in Destiny. They came to be after studying the Traveller enough to learn how to control some of its magical energies. Warlocks are driven to discover the true purpose of the Traveller and its abilities, which currently remain a mystery. They are known to be safe and patient, yet harness their abilities whenever they become available. There are 2 subclasses available for the Warlock, the Void Walker and the Sun Singer. The Void Walker focuses on sending foes into the Void with devastating abilities and attacks. The Sun Singer meanwhile focuses on harnessing the energies of the Sun and using them to heal and buff your allies. We'll start off with the Void Walker. This subclass is an aggressive one to use for the Warlock and focuses on harnessing Void energies to completely destroy enemies. This is also a Void based subclass, which means it will be effective against enemies who are weak to Void attacks. We'll start off with the grenades. There are 3 grenades in the Void Walker subclass: the Vortex Grenade, the Scatter Grenade, and the Axion Bolt. The Vortex Grenade is a grenade that creates a vortex which continuously damages enemies trapped inside. The Scatter Grenade is a grenade that splits into many sub-munitions and covers a large area with explosions. Finally, Axion Bolt is a bolt of void light which focuses into smaller bolts on impact which seek towards enemies. The Vortex Grenade proved very effective considering it is the starting grenade, and enemies who got themselves caught in the vortex would generally die. I didn't find the Scatter Grenade to be useful at all, as it wasn't that powerful and would only really damage enemies, never actually kill them. The Axion Bolt sounds pretty cool, yet similar to the Scatter Grenade, so hopefully it will be different and more useful. The jump ability is called Glide and can be activated by pressing X on PlayStation or A on Xbox and then pressing it again whilst in midair. There are 3 upgrades to Glide: Focus Control, Focus Burst and Blink. Focus Control upgrades Glide for better directional control whilst in midair. Focus Burst upgrades Glide to provide an initial boost of speed. Blink is a short distance teleport which replaces Glide completely. All of these sound very good, it just depends on how you want to play the game. If you're trying to be a little bit stealthy, go with Blink. However, if you can't get out of enemy fire quick enough or whilst you're in midair, get Focus Control or Focus Burst, it's really up to you. The super ability is called Nova Bomb, which allows you to hurl an explosive bolt of void light at the enemy, disintegrating those caught within its blast. There are 3 upgrades to Nova Bomb: Vortex, Shatter and Lance. Vortex makes it so that Nova Bomb creates a vortex which continuously damages enemies trapped inside. Shatter allows Nova Bomb to split into 3 separate projectiles. Finally, Lance makes Nova Bomb travel further and faster. The Nova Bomb in itself is very good, but Vortex is an even better upgrade, especially for PvP, since players who get caught in the afterblast will be killed as well. Shatter and Lance are also very good upgrades, especially if you can't land the normal Nova Bomb very well. The melee ability is called Energy Drain. This is a powerful melee attack which drains energy from enemies and uses it to reduce the cooldown of your grenade. There are 3 upgrades to Energy Drain: Surge, Lifesteal and Soul Rip. Surge makes it so that killing an enemy with Energy Drain increases movement speed for a short time. Lifesteal makes it so that killing an enemy with Energy Drain immediately restores a significant portion of your health. Finally, Soul Rip makes it so that killing an enemy with Energy Drain reduces the cooldown of your Nova Bomb. These upgrades will mostly depend on other upgrades you have chosen. For example, if you haven't increased your speed stat with your training upgrades, you might choose Surge. However, if you have a low intellect rating, you could choose Soul Rip. It's down to you. Next up we have the training upgrades. There are 2 sets of these. The first set includes Arcane Wisdom, Arcane Spirit and Arcane Force. Arcane Wisdom focuses on battle recovery and speed, Arcane Spirit focuses on battle recovery and toughness, and Arcane Force focuses on toughness and speed. You can only choose one from the above. The second set includes Ancestral Order, Chaos Order and Divine Order. Ancestral Order focuses across all attributes, Chaos Order focuses heavily on speed, and Divine Order focuses heavily on toughness with a slight boost to battle recovery. You can also choose one from these. Your choices will come down to how you want to play the game. Let's say I want my Warlock to have maximum speed with little toughness. I may choose Arcane Wisdom and Chaos Order, since these would increase my speed stat a lot but would not increase my toughness stat a lot. You have to choose based on what you want and what would be best for you. Finally, we have the passive abilities. There are 2 sets of these as well. The first set includes Vortex Mastery, Bent Gravity and the Hunger. Vortex Mastery increases the range of the Axion Bolt Seekers and the duration of the Vortex effect for Nova Bomb and Vortex Grenade. Bent Gravity increases the range of grenades and Nova Bomb, and finally, the Hunger increases the duration of the Energy Drain effect. You can only choose one from the above. The second set includes Angry Magic, Embrace the Void, and Bloom. Angry Magic allows Nova Bomb to track enemies. Embrace the Void makes it so that damaging enemies with Nova Bomb or any grenade triggers the energy drain effect. Finally, Bloom makes it so that enemies killed by any of your abilities will explode. You may want to look at your stats before choosing these, since you could either greatly increase the ones you focused on, or you could level out the playing field and boost the other ones that you haven't focused on. A lot of these abilities can be very powerful when you use them correctly with other stats, so make sure to choose correctly. If you're happy with the choices you've made, you have the option to lock in your subclass. This will refrain you from ever changing it again, but will give you a boost in battle recovery. The next subclass is the Sunsinger. This class focuses on harnessing the energies of the sun to buff and heal both you and your allies. This can be considered a support role. Also note that this class is solar based and will be effective against enemies weak to solar attacks. We'll start off with the grenades. There are 3 grenades in the Sunsinger subclass: the Solar Grenade, the Firebolt Grenade, and the Fusion Grenade. The Solar Grenade is a grenade that creates a flare of solar light which continuously damages enemies trapped inside. The Firebolt Grenade is a grenade that unleashes bolts of solar light at nearby enemies. Finally, the Fusion Grenade is an explosive that causes bonus damage when attached to its target. All of these sound pretty good, yet most of them are pretty similar to the Voidwalker grenades. The Fusion Grenade sounds pretty cool with its bonus damage perk, but apart from that you may as well just choose whichever one works best for you. The jump ability is called Glide and can be activated by pressing X on PlayStation or A on Xbox and then pressing it again whilst in midair. There are 3 upgrades to Glide: Focused Control, Focused Burst, and Balanced Glide. Focused Control upgrades Glide for better directional control whilst in midair. Focused Burst upgrades Glide to provide an initial boost of speed, and Balanced Glide upgrades Glide to provide bonuses to both speed and control. These are pretty balanced upgrades. You can either heavily focus on directional control, heavily focus on the initial burst of speed, or balance it between both. It's your choice on what you want. The super ability is called Radiance and allows you to fill yourself with solar light, dramatically increasing the effectiveness of all of your abilities. There are 3 upgrades to Radiance: Song of Flame, Radiant Skin, and Fireborn. Song of Flame makes it so that whilst active, Radiance reduces the cooldowns for nearby allies. Radiant Skin makes it so that whilst active, Radiance reduces incoming damage. Fireborn makes it so that Radiance can be activated from beyond the grave, and doing so returns you to life. All of these sound pretty good, but Fireborn sounds very nice if you're doing something like a raid. If there's only one guy still alive and he's getting attacked by all the enemies, you can revive yourself and then go kill them all. Pretty nice ability, but it's down to you in the end. The melee ability is called Scorch. This is a powerful melee attack that ignites enemies, causing damage over time. There are 3 upgrades to Scorch: Flame Shield, Solar Wind, and Brimstone. Flame Shield makes it so that killing an enemy with Scorch reduces incoming damage for a short time. Solar Wind makes it so that hitting an enemy with Scorch knocks them back. Finally, Brimstone makes it so that killing enemies with Scorch causes them to explode. Most of these sound awesome, but Solar Wind may not be very good if you're trying to get melee kills. Flame Shield is okay as well, but I'd probably say Brimstone is the best ability here. However, the rest of them can be very good when utilised correctly. Next up are the training upgrades. There are 2 sets of these. The first set includes Arcane Wisdom, Arcane Spirit, and Arcane Force. Arcane Wisdom focuses on battle recovery and speed, Arcane Spirit focuses on battle recovery and toughness, and Arcane Force focuses on toughness and speed. You can only choose one from the above. The second set includes Ancestral Order, Chaos Order, and Divine Order. The Ancestral Order focuses across all attributes, the Chaos Order focuses heavily on speed, and the Divine Order focuses heavily on toughness with a slight boost to battle recovery. You can only choose one from these as well. Your choice will come down to other stats as well as how you want to play. Let's say I want my Sunsinger to be fast so he can help people quickly, but not very tough since I'll be trying to help allies more than fighting enemies. I may choose Arcane Wisdom and Chaos Order because these upgrades would boost my speed a lot but not boost my toughness a lot. It's down to how you want to play. Finally, we have the passive abilities. There are 2 sets of these as well. The first set includes Radiant Will, Viking Funeral, and Sunburst. Radiant Will increases the duration of radiance. Viking Funeral makes it so that enemies you ignite burn for longer and take more damage. Finally, Sunburst makes it so that killing an enemy with Scorch has a chance to generate orbs of light. You can only choose one from the above. The second set features Touch of Flame, Angel of Light, and Gift of the Sun. Touch of Flame makes it so that all grenades ignite enemies, causing damage over time. Angel of Light makes it so that aiming your weapon whilst in the air will hold you in place for a short time. Finally, Gift of the Sun allows you to gain an additional grenade. You can only choose one from these as well. Some of these upgrades sound very awesome, like Gift of the Sun. However, we don't yet know what an additional grenade means. It could mean 2 of the same grenade or 2 of the different grenades. When it comes down to which one you should choose, we'll have to look at your stats. If your intellect stat is high, you may want to choose something like Radiant Will. However, if your strength stat is high, you might want to choose something like Viking Funeral. It's up to you. Once you're happy with your choices, you have the option to lock in your subclass. This will refrain you from ever changing it again for a boost in battle recovery. Now we'll go over the Warlock's aesthetics as well as class specific loot. The Warlock has armour that is pretty much made up entirely of cloth, showing that they don't focus on taking as much damage as possible. Their armour shows by both pattern and material that Warlocks are the mysterious magical class. As far as class specific loot goes, the Warlocks get something called a bond, which was previously named a mark. Bonds are a Warlock specific armour piece that does not directly affect stats and are simply for aesthetics. These are basically a wristband that goes around your left arm and are probably the least noticeable class specific armour piece. However, Bungie have promised that there will be some awesome ways to make your Warlock stand out with bonds, so we'll have to wait and see. So that just about wraps up this video. If you've enjoyed it, remember to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more daily Destiny content. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Twitch, links in the description below, and I'll see you guys in another video, so until then, ciao.